Hi guys, my name is Melissa and today we're going to be talking about a strategy called parentheses. And so first of all, we're going to review about what we know about parentheses. So we'll start by looking at an example. So the example says evaluate 144 minus parentheses 57 minus 17, close small parentheses minus open parentheses, 12 plus 18, close parentheses, and then close the big parentheses. And so again, based on what we remember, first of all, based on the operations, we always do the multiplication and division first. But then if we have a parentheses, we always prioritize whatever is in the parentheses first. Again, we prioritize whatever is inside the parentheses first, and then we do all the operations as it is, but again, whatever is inside the parentheses we do first. And so we have 57 minus 17. And so 57 minus 17 is equal to 40. And then we have 12 plus 18, which is equal to 30. And so we have 40 minus 30. And 40 minus 30 is 10. And so the 10 is inside the big parentheses. So basically we have 144 minus 10. So that's 134. And now we'll look at some practice problems to check our understanding of parentheses. And today we do have quite a lot to get through, so if this feels fast, feel free to pause the video when you need to. So I'll just be going over this page because it's practice work and we're just going over what we know. So you can always feel free to pause the video if you guys want to solve the problems first and then check over the solutions with my explanations. But for this page, I'll just be solving all of them and showing you guys the solutions. So if you want to solve them, just always feel free to pause the video when you need to. So inside the parentheses, we have 12 plus 16. And so 12 plus 16 is equal to 28. And it's inside the parentheses, so basically we're doing 128 minus 28, which is equal to 100. Now we'll look at problem 119. So we have 55 minus parentheses, whatever's in there, and then 26. So we'll do what's in the parentheses first. So we have 61 minus 30, and that is equal to 31. So basically we're doing 55 minus 31 plus 26, and that is going to give us 55 minus 31 is 24, and 24 plus 26 is equal to 50. Now look at problem 120. So we have 50 minus 3 numbers in the parentheses, so we're going to do that first. And so 11 plus 14 is equal to 25, and 25 minus 5 is 20. And so we're doing 50 minus 20, and that gives us 30. Now we'll look at problem 121. And so we have 99 minus parentheses minus parentheses. And so 66 minus 33 is equal to 33. Both of them are the same. So basically we have 99 minus 33 minus 33. And so that is going to be 66 minus 33 equals 33. Now we'll look at problem 122. So we have double parentheses. So in this case, we're going to do the smallest parentheses, or the parentheses that's in this innermost parentheses is what we always do first, and then work our way outwards. And so what we're going to do first is 9 minus 5, which gives us a 4. And then we're going to do the big parentheses. And so that is going to give us 27 minus parentheses, 30 minus 4 minus 6. And that gives us 27 minus, inside the parentheses, 30 minus 4 is 26, and 26 minus 6 is 20. So that gives us 27 minus 20 equals 7. Now look at problem 123. Again, we prioritize the innermost parentheses in order. So we have 99 minus big parentheses. The small parentheses is 33. Again, 33. And that's going to be 99 minus 33 minus 33 is 0. So 99 minus 0 is 99. And so problem 124 says, place one pair of parentheses in the statement below to make it true. So we want to make everything equal to 0. And so we want to make everything equal to 0. And so we're going to look for parentheses. That helps us do that. So, what we're going to do is we're going to try to group two numbers. So if we try these two, 22 minus 7, we'll do trial and error and see what works. 22 minus 7, if we do that first, that's going to be 15. 15 minus 6 plus 5 minus 4. Does that give us 0? We'll see. 15 minus 6 is 9. 9 plus 5 is 14 minus 4 is 10. And so that won't work. Now if we group negative 7 and negative 6 together, we have 22 minus 13 plus 5 minus 4. And that gives us 22 minus 13 is 9 plus 5 is 9, and then 9 plus 5 minus 4 is going to be 10. So, oh, never mind, sorry. Instead of grouping it like this again, we won't group it like this, sorry. If we do this, basically, it's the same as not having parentheses because we're basically doing the operations in order. Sorry, so we're going to group. So you also need to figure out, pay attention to the signs. So if we group it like this, we have 22 minus 1 plus 5 minus 4. 21 plus 5 minus 4, and so 26 minus 4 is 22, which is not equal to 0, so that won't work. Now let's try grouping it like this. 22 minus 7 minus 11 minus 4 equals 2. That is going to be, first we have 22 minus 7, which is equal to 15. So we have 15 minus 11 minus 4, which is equal to 0. So that is the parentheses that we needed. So now we're going to move on to the next page. And so we have practice 125. So Sam swam 17 laps in the morning and 17 laps in the afternoon. Miles swam 15 laps in the morning and 15 laps in the afternoon. Circle the two expressions below that show how many more laps Sam swam than Miles. So to figure out how many more laps Sam swam than Miles, we need to do Sam, total laps that Sam did, minus total laps that Miles did. And in order to do that, we needed to figure out the total number of laps Sam did and total number of laps that Miles did. And so total laps, total for Sam is going to be 17 plus 17. And total for Miles is going to be 15 plus 15. And so that is going to be, we're going to group Sam together and subtract Miles. And so one way we can write that is this, right? Just, this is basically Sam, oh sorry, that was addition. So the one we were going to choose is this. So this is basically Sam minus Miles. Now another way that we can do this is comparing the number of laps that Sam did in the morning and what Miles did in the morning, and same vice versa and the same thing in the afternoon. So we're basically grouping it into afternoon, and we're grouping it into morning and afternoon. So we're going to do Sam morning minus Miles morning. That's total morning. And then now we're adding the differences instead of subtracting. And then we're doing Sam afternoon minus Miles afternoon. And so that is basically going to be 17 minus 15 plus 17 minus 15. So these two are the ones that are going to work. Now let's take a look at 126. In the previous problem, how many more laps did Sam swim than Miles? So both of these work, so we'll try solving both to make sure that they give us the same answer. So 17 plus 17 is equal to 34. 15 plus 15 is equal to 30. So 34 minus 30 is equal to 4. Now let's look at the second option. We have 17 minus 5, which is 2. 17 minus 5 is 2, so it's 4. So they both give us the same answer of 4 laps. Always make sure you put your units when you're answering word problems. Problem 127. The Merkle brothers weigh 164 pounds and 138 pounds. The Sampson sisters weigh 161 pounds and 133 pounds. Circle the two expressions below that show how many more pounds the Merkle brothers weigh than the Sampson sisters. Again, it's a similar type of problem, so we can group it into Merkle versus Sampson sisters. And so that would be total Merkle. I'll write it as total Merkle minus total Sampson. That's one way that we can do this. Another way we can do this is Sampson bro 1 minus, it's Merkle brothers. So we can compare each individual by themselves and then add the two differences together. So the first option is sum minus sum, and the second option is difference plus difference. So it's just based on the way we group it. So number one, we're grouping same things together and subtracting them. Or number 2, we can group individuals together instead of Merkle and Samson. So we're doing 1 Merkle bro number 1 minus Samson sis number 1. That's 1 difference, and then we're adding that to Merkle number 2 minus Samson number 2. So this is difference plus difference. And first, we're going to do the total Merkle minus total Samson method. And so that's going to be 164 plus 138, which is total Merkle minus total Samson. So this is going to be our first option. And then our second option is comparing individuals and then adding the differences together. So we're going to compare 164 and 161. So 164 minus 161 is going to be our first parentheses. And then we're going to add the difference. And then our next difference is 138 and 133. So this is going to be our next option. Now for problem 128, we're figuring out how much more the Merkle brothers weigh than the Samson sisters. Again, theoretically, these two expressions should both give us the same answer. 164 plus 138 is equal to 302. 161 plus 133 is equal to 294. So 302 minus 294 should equal to 8. Now if we do this expression, 164 minus 161 is 3. 138 minus 133 is 5, and that gives us 8. So eventually we get the same answer, 8 pounds. Now we're on the third page. So we have problem number 129, again, similar type of question. Alex has 35 yellow candies, 23 red candies, and 14 green candies. Lizzie has 30 yellow candies, 21 red candies, and 12 green candies. Circle 2 expressions below that show how many more candies Alex has than Lizzie. Now, the problem gives additional information of colors like yellow candy, red candy, but eventually we're looking for who has more candies in general, so we're not going to think about the color of the candy, and we're all just going to think of every color as candy. So again, we can do total number of candy that Alex has minus total number of candies that Lizzie has. That can be expressed by total number of Alex is going to be 35 plus 23 plus 14 minus total number that Lizzie has, 30 plus 21 plus 12. And so that is going to be our that's going to be our second option. And then another way that we can do this again is grouping it by category. So instead of doing total Alex minus total Lizzie, we're now categorizing it based on the color. So we're doing Alex yellow minus Lizzie yellow. And then we add that to Alex red minus Lizzie red. And then add that to Alex green minus Lizzie green. So we're doing subcategories and adding all the differences together. So that's basically similar to what we did, but now we just have 3 categories. And so that is going to be 35 minus 30 plus 23 minus 21 plus 14 minus 12. And so that is going to be this. Now again, these two expressions should both give us the same answer. So we'll do this one first. 35 minus 30 is 5. 23 minus 21 is 2. And 14 minus 12 is 2. And that gives us 9. Now look at this expression and see if it gives us the same answer. So 35 plus 23 is equal to 58. And if we add 14, that gives us 72. 30 plus 21 is equal to 51. And plus 12 to that is going to be 63. 72 minus 63 is going to be 9. So we both got the same answer, 9 candies. Now look at problem 131. 4 mornings in a row, Grog makes 15 waffles, eats 11, and freezes the rest. Circle the two expressions below that show how many frozen waffles Grog has after 4 days. So Grog makes 15, right? And so now we're going to categorize this into making. So it's 4 days, so 15, we're going to add 15 4 times. And then we eat 11. Now the reason why we do plus 11 is because we already have a whole negative sign in front of the parentheses, which indicates that we're subtracting everything. And so that is going to be one way to express this, and that's going to be this one. Or another way is, again, comparing, like, this is basically comparing total by total, right? Total made and total eaten. But another way that we can do this is categorizing it based on each day. So we have 4 days, so we're going to have 4 parentheses. And so it's going to be like 15 minus 11, which is how much we freeze in one day. Next day. So basically, again, we're doing the subcategorizing, like categorizing and adding the differences. And so that is going to be this. Again, these should all give us the same answer. So we'll try the first expression first. 15 plus 15 plus 15 plus 15 is going to give us 30 plus 30, which is 60. And then 11 plus 11 plus 11 plus 11 is going to give us 22 plus 22. And so that's going to be 44. And so we have 60 minus 44, which is equal to 16. Now, is that going to give us the same answer as the second expression? We'll figure out. So 15 minus 11 is 4. So we have 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4, which is equal to 16. So our answer is the same. We have 16 frozen waffles after 4 days. Okay, so we're going to move on to our next page. So let's look at our example. Sometimes we can cancel expressions that are in the parentheses. So we'll see what that means. We have 50 minus parentheses 27 plus 17, close parentheses, plus parentheses 27 plus 17, close parentheses. Now subtracting what's in the parentheses is the same, right? 27 plus 17. But one we have a negative sign in front of the parentheses and one we have a positive sign. So again, This is basically the same thing as what we learned in the previous video of canceling out numbers. Since what's inside the parentheses is the same, we're basically going to consider what's inside the parentheses as one whole number. And so it's going to be same number, but one has a negative sign, one has a positive sign, so they can cancel each other out. So basically that leaves us with 50. So this is basically same number minus itself, so that is going to be 0. For this, the order is switched up, but it's still 19 plus 23, 23 plus 19, so we're adding the same numbers. So it's just switched up. The order is just switched up, but we're basically doing the same thing. So it's same number minus same number, again, 0. Now we have 9 plus 5, so what's inside the parentheses is the same. So we're going to be able to cancel these parentheses out because one is positive and one is negative. And so we're left with 4. Now looking at problem 136, again, 7 plus 6 is the same thing as 6 plus 7. So we can cancel them out because this one was a positive and this one is a negative. And so that leaves us with 8. Then we have problem 137. We have 8 plus 3 and 8 plus 3. But for this one, we cannot cancel out because it's both positive. So we must add them together. But what we can cancel out is the 7 and negative 7. So we basically have 8 plus 3 plus 8 plus 3. So it's the same number plus itself. So that's going to be 11 plus 11, which is 22. For here, 11 plus 7 is basically the same as 7 plus 11. One is negative, one is positive. So we can cancel the parentheses out. So we have 3 plus 3, which is 6. Problem 139. So here we have 7 plus 8 plus 9. That's the same as 9 plus 8 plus 7 because it's basically adding the same numbers together. One is negative, one is positive. So we can cancel out the parentheses. So we have 6 plus 10, which is equal to 16. Now we have problem 140. So we have 80 plus 110, 110 plus 80, 110 minus 80. Now this one, even though it looks similar, we're subtracting 180 from 110. But the other two, we're adding the same numbers. We're adding 80 and 110 together. So this one is different, even though it may look the same because it uses similar numbers. Now, this one is a positive, this one is a negative. So we can cancel the parentheses out. So we have 50 plus 110, parentheses 110 minus 80. So that is going to be 50 plus 30, which is equal to 80. Now we're going to be on the last page now. Now we need to pay attention to the expressions inside the parentheses before we start evaluating. Now let's look at what that means by looking at an example problem. Evaluate 48 plus 47 minus parentheses 46 plus 45. Now 48 plus 47, we can find the difference between these two parentheses without computing each sum. And so 48 is 2 more than 46, and 47 is 2 more than 45. So basically we have 2 plus 2 equals 4. Now, an easy way of thinking of this is basically rearranging. Since this is addition and this is addition, but there's a negative sign, if we distribute the minus sign, this is basically 48 plus 47 minus 46 minus 45. And so we can do 48 minus 46 plus 47 minus 45, which is 2 plus 2. But again, this I think might be harder for some of you guys because it might confuse some of you. So if you guys want to, you can definitely do 48 plus 47 first, doing addition. And then evaluate this and then subtract. Whatever works for you is the best method for you guys. So I think that rearranging and everything is easier, but some of you guys would know that might be more confusing. So again, just figure out what's easier for you guys. We'll do problem 141. So 30 plus 30 is 60. And 29 plus, we can do that, but again, using what we just learned. Distributing the negative sign, so 30 minus 29 plus 30, so that's basically 30 plus 30 minus 29 minus 29. We can rewrite that as 30 minus 29 plus 30 minus 29, which is 1 plus 1. And that is equal to 2. Now this also is 86 plus 85 minus 85 minus 84. Cancel these two out. 86 minus 84 is equal to 2. Then we have 120 plus 121. Again, we distribute the negative sign. Minus 100 minus 21. So that's basically 120 minus 100 plus 121 minus 21. So this is basically using rearranging, which is a strategy we used in the previous video. And so that's going to be 20 plus 1. So that's going to be 21. Right? It's 20 plus, okay, sorry. Sorry for the confusion. So 120 minus 100 is 20. And then 121 minus 21 is 100. So that is actually going to be 120. Sorry for the confusion, guys. So the answer is 120. Right? And then we're going to look at our next problem. We have 9 plus 8 plus 7. We're going to distribute the negative sign again. And so that is basically going to be 9 minus 6 plus 8 minus 5 plus 7 minus 4. That is all 3 plus 3 plus 3, which is equal to 9. Now we'll look at the next. So if we distribute the negative sign, we get negative 73 minus 75 minus 77. Now we're going to rearrange it based on similar looking numbers. So I'll just place the parentheses just in case we get confused. And so that is all just going to be, we ran out of space, but that's all basically going to be 100 plus 100 plus 100, which is equal to 300. Next problem. Again, distribute the negative sign. So negative minus 14 minus 15 minus 16. And so that's going to be 13 plus 14 minus 14 plus 15 minus 15 plus 16 minus 16 plus 17. And so canceled out, canceled out, canceled out. That gives us 13 plus 17. And that is going to give us 30. Now, this is our last problem of the video. We're going to distribute our negative sign. So minus 81, minus 83, minus 85, minus 87, minus 89. And again, we're going to group similar looking numbers together. So 82 minus 81 plus 84 minus 83 plus 86 minus 85 plus 88 minus 87 plus 90 minus 89. And so basically all of these are equal to 1. So essentially it's 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1, which is equal to 5. And that was the end of our video. I know this lesson was a bit fast, but we had a lot to cover. So again, feel free to pause or go back to whatever problem that you need to. And if you guys have any questions, just email me. And I'll see you guys all in the next video. Thank you. Bye.